I must read the documents Holmes gave me.
Yeah, give me like 2 seconds. Okay, let's review these documents Holmes gave me then. Oh, the fun. More talking. My voice is getting to love me. Swindle. Report by Inspector Lestrade, 17th of October, 1897. Thank you for the cheer, I guess. Our auditors who specialise in financial malfeasance. As we can tell, I can't speak. Have noted certain irregularities in the books kept for Bromsby Enterprises. In specific, recurrent and increasing diversions of monies have occurred. These misappropriations are trifling amounts compared to the scale of those holding, but nevertheless they are still questionable acts. We suspect that the funds were appropriated by H. Grimble to benefit a small company in India, of which he is an owner or shareholder. He may have been preparing for a comfortable and happy retirement there. We sent 2 of our best men to audit the book to discover if there were any additional irregularities. Until now, there were no results. But should our initial findings be confirmed, Mr. Grimble can say farewell to his position at Bromsby Enterprises and to any related claim to the succession. When I first interviewed Mr. Grimble, we had not yet established these facts, so we did not question him on these points. We did take note that on the night that Mr. H. Fowlett was murdered, Mr. Grimble claimed he spent the entire evening at his residence. Since Mr. Grimble is not married and is the only resident of his mansion, we have found no one to confirm his statement. Mr. Grimble was familiar with Mr. Fowlett and his house, as he visited there several times with Sir Bromsby. The documents discovered at Mr. Fowlett's home prove that he had been informed by Sir Bromsby of Grimble's financial misappropriations. Here is another item of singular curiosity. Mr. Grimble and Mr. Fowlett were quite similar in appearance. Drink the water. With throat infection, so speaking's fun right now. Report by Inspector Lestrade, 17th of October 1897. The aggressor, Asian by birth, was identified as a certain Wung Jai. Wung Yai. Sounds right. Wung Yai? Don't know. He is well known in certain undesirable districts along the docks of the Thames. Wung Jai was regularly involved in brawls, primarily scuffles with ponces. He was sentenced on 3 occasions for small crimes. According to the authorities from the police station at the docks, he was a debt collector for a local criminal band. But for some time he had also been officially employed as the fire thrower in a cabaret act that had been booked at the old Fairfax Theatre when it was still open. We haven't gained the upper hand yet. Interesting. Lieutenant Harrington! Woo! Report by Inspector Lestrade, 17th of October, 1892. With the assistance of official contacts, I managed to gather some elements from the file of Lieutenant Harrington, which will contest the testimony of the letter. Indeed, though he brilliantly performed at the officers' school and received the top honours in every discipline, he was also punished from time to time for a lack of proper respect towards the rules and authority. Thus he found himself assigned to a penal battalion in India. While stationed there, despite his brave acts, he incurred the wrath of the military hierarchy because of his behaviour as a daredevil. His file indicates that he rashly decided to resign his commissions in the active military to join the reserve forces. He then left India to go to South Africa. No doubt the court will be hard-pressed to believe the testimony of a man whose passion gains the upper hand over his reason. Oops.
The devil, this mystery darkens.
This investigation provides us with a new corpse every day. Come, Watson, you can read that later.
Yeah, that is kind of, Hunter's house. Where are we going?
It looks like we are in the midst of the Bromsby workers' demonstration.
Here we are, Watson, 29 Strokes Alley.
Okay, then.
By Jove! If it isn't Sherlock
And
Holmes!
all of a sudden,
Hello,
the riot
Appleby.
stopped.
You're always nearby when there's a whiff of gunpowder in the air, aren't you?
Of course, Mr. Holmes. But what are you doing here? Aren't you working with Inspector Lestrade on the Bromsby investigation?
We are, that's why we're here.
Appleby, I have every reason to believe that the murder of Hunter directly relates to that very case. May I ask you to tell me what you know, and then give me leave to examine the scene?
Of course, Mr. Holmes.
What's happened?
What are the facts?
Last night, between 9 and 9:15, a fellow came for me. I was at the pub, which lies a bit further down the lane. He told me that there was the sound of a shot from this bungalow. When we got here, the door was locked. After the landlady got her key, I opened the door. There I saw the dead man lying on the floor. And here we are.
What did you do next?
Well, Inspector Gregson is in charge of the case. He's due to arrive today to start the official investigation. At least they've removed the body.
Simon Hunter.
Do you have any further details about his death?
He was killed by a bullet right through his heart.
Oh,
There
someone's
was just
shooting people
one
now.
shot. At first glance, it appears to have been a small caliber weapon.
It was Watson.
His landlady told me that he was a common fellow with nothing to remark about, no friends to speak of, not even a lady friend.
A lonely soul.
He has been staying here for 2 years. The landlady told me he spent most of his time with this flower garden. Indeed, I can't believe that somebody could murder a man because of his hydrangeas.
Why not? People murder because of hydrangeas all the time.
Do you have any further details about his death?
He was killed by a bullet right through his heart.
A lonely soul.
Sorry. Who entered?
Who has been inside?
Only myself and my assistant to help with the removal of the body. The landlady made her identification of the man after he was removed and then left for her sisters.
Have you found anything in the room that points to the murderer?
For the moment, no. When I entered the first time, the window facing the street was open. I closed it and secured the shutters as well. It is possible to expect anything with those demonstrators in the streets. Does this advance the investigation of the Bromsby case?
If you could wait for me here, Watson. Could you open the room for me now, Appleby?
Blood. There's blood on the floor.
It's a trace of human blood.
Nah. Sherlock. Really? Never would have guessed. Never in a million years would have guessed. I can't see anything to click on. What? Any footprints on the floor I can have a look at? I can't click anything here. Over here, maybe.
Strange sketches.
How strange.
This is brand new.
Okay,
This is brand new.
okay. That's it? That's all you want to tell me? Awesome. Do you not want
I
to
need something.
open the window?
I need something.
It's a footprint! Oh my god, someone escaped through the window. No wonder it was open.
This footstep is
If anyone
incomplete.
didn't hear that, it was
is larger than a size
sarcastic.
8, but smaller than a 12. Someone used this window to leave.
Bigger than an 8, but smaller than a 12. Got it. Yeah, okay, that's it. That's all I can click on, so I guess we're leaving the room. Unless Sherlock objects. No? Cool.
Thank you, Appleby. I have learned nothing conclusive. Tell me, Watson, would you mind strolling in the garden to wait for Gregson?
At your service, sir.
Thank you, Appleby.
At your service, sir.
What in the name of reason are you looking for, Holmes?
What a curious small flower.
There's the photo he took.
Several bills for
the
the sum of
photo?
£21. Watson, we need to secure the item that was pawned under this ticket with all due haste. Could you take care of it?
Painting.
We shall meet this evening at Sherringford Hall.
All right, Holmes.
I found that extremely quickly. Oops.
Let us return to Baker Street.
Yeah, okay, let us return to Baker Street. Pawn shop receipt. Let me read the pawn shop receipt first. Ooh, S. Hunter murder. The lines. The lines? The limes. Mysterious drama in London. Last night at about 9 o'clock at 29 Strokes Alley, Miss Linford, a peaceful landlady from the Soho district, heard dreadful sounds coming from one of her bungalows. Overcoming her fears, she asked one of her tenants to call for the police. The first officer of the night's watch, Sergeant Appleby, found the body of the tenant, a barman from Hertford agency named Simon Hunter, dead from a revolver shot. The evidence reveals no motive for his murder, as the young man had neither any valuables nor an impetuous private life. How sad. Speaking all nasally. Pawn shop receipt. 1 golden exotic jewel. Date 2 days. Huh? It's not a date.
We must learn the identity of the dead man discovered in the cement factory. Let's examine his belongings.
You mean the liquor?
A bottle of liqueur from the Richmond Abbey. I must have a book that speaks about this abbey.
Must you know? Encyclopedia!
Richmond's Abbey. I believe it was built in the 15th century to house an order of Anglican monks. It should surely be there. Let's visit this place, but in disguise. Let's see if this place is located on the map.
Richmond
Let's
Abbey.
visit this place, but in disguise.
Nice disguise, Sherlock. I can go everywhere. Let's go everywhere. No. Ooh, did you guys see the lightning? Creepy.
Yes, my son?
I am sorry to disturb you, brother, but, well, you see, I have a matter of great importance which led me here, and I'm certain that you may be of help. Well, I am looking for my brother. Not a brother like yourself, but rather my brother by birth. He might have joined the order, but I think it is unlikely. You see, he has not always chosen the right path in life. I recently learned that he had had some troubles, and I have been frantic to find him. One of his acquaintances told me that my brother had spoken of Richmond's Abbey. My brother's name is James Little. Perhaps you know of him? If I ask you some questions, would it trouble you? It would at the least help me to learn whether he is here. He is unaware, but recently we received a small inheritance. I think if he were told of this, it would ease his mind and help him put these troubles behind him. The Abbey produces a fine liquor, doesn't it?
Yes, we distill a liquor that contains medicinal herbs. It does allow us a small income, but it also can attract certain rascals. That's why we are mindful of inquisitive strangers.
Oops.
This forest is most impressive.
It is very large. If someone were to hide in there, it would be most difficult to find them.
Have there been any burglaries?
Oh, we do get the occasional tramp. They sometimes seek shelter in the old ruins that lie in the midst of the forest. They have been known to trespass into our sacred cloister, seeking some sustenance. At least, that is always their tale upon discovery. But it is only the liquor that goes missing.
Do you know the way to these ruins?
Many paths lead there. If you are prepared for a walk, you may take the path that lies 30 meters in that direction.
Where's that direction? You didn't even point anywhere.
Thank you very much, brother. I would not at all be surprised if my brother is discovered to be the architect of your recent thefts, as he may well be hiding within the forest ruins. Sadly, for some time now, he has suffered from an addiction to strong drink. Please allow me to indemnify these losses on my brother's behalf. I am afraid it will have to come from his share of the inheritance. Goodbye.
Good luck, my brother.
Guess we're going in the forest then.
Not very engaging.
Footprints. Do you not want to have a look? No, you're okay. A pond. Now, I actually know where I'm going because,
What can it be?
what can what be? Because there's actually a puzzle to this, and I wrote this down ages ago. And before I, try and figure it out, I am going to just follow my stuff. And hope it's still correct, and not that I've written down something completely wrong. Because that would be annoying.
Is it near there?
The pail. I need that in a bit. Small path. Not exactly on the left, but we'll just do that.
I smell smoke.
I smell smoke. That's the time to save the game. I see smoke. Do you see the fire? I see the fire.